Okay, so boys and girls, we have been talking about structures when you have an essay. Okay, our main structure when we look at an essay should always have intro, supporting paragraphs, and a conclusion. Okay, in your intro, please read these statements so that way you would know what you would have. So, for example, you should always have a hook. How are you going to get your audience's attention? Your background information on the topic, whether it's bullying or whether it's e-waste, whatever it may be. Your thesis statement is where the structure can help the reader to know where the structure is going to vary. So you're going to tell how the paper would unfold. That's where this leads to the specific type of structure. So this is the overall format that an essay should look like, but then you have individual structures within that. So you guys are used to the box and bullet structure, where you give an example of something and then you would say the different types, or you would say provide details and then give characteristics of that type of topic. Okay. The other type of structure you could do is a problem and solution. So in your introduction, your thesis would be there are many problems, but fortunately there are solutions to this issue. So that's your thesis statement. The compare contrast, same way. This is pretty generic, but you can be more creative with it. There are many ways we can compare this issue with another issue and contrast it. That one's a little more difficult when it comes to the topic that we're doing. Cause and effect, though, okay, same thing. In the introduction, you would tell how it unfolds by saying there are causes of bullying, many causes, but yet there are many effects that lead to the bullying. And then you would describe what those are. Sequence of order, I want you to save this one for when you write your 4th chapter because it's going to be your story. You're going to talk about how you became an activist from the start to the beginning. And that's the sequence, and it outlines how you did a specific event or something that happened. This is what I want you to pay attention to today when we look at our supporting paragraphs, and that's your transitions. Okay? When you write your supporting paragraphs, I told you that you need at least 2 supporting paragraphs. Really, I should say that you need 2 claims because your supporting paragraphs, one claim could actually be 2 paragraphs. And I wrote that in here because you can split that one claim into your 2 examples. Remember I said when you give your examples, you need to make sure you give at least 2 examples to prove your claim. So if you want to prove your claim so if you say there are many problems with e-waste, one problem is that they start fires underground. You could give the example of what's happening in St. Louis right now. And that could be 1 paragraph, the problem in St. Louis, inner city, and their landfills. You could then write another paragraph about another problem that's having fires underground. But the point is that you need 2 examples, okay? Not just 2 paragraphs, but you need 2 claims, okay? When you're writing those supporting paragraphs, please make sure you include the transitions. If you're writing problem and solution, I should see transitions like as a result, therefore. If you're comparing and contrasting, you would say stuff like on the other hand or similarly, so forth and so on for the rest of the different structures that you would have. And then finally, you'll be having a conclusion in each part of your chapter. The conclusion, and I say give it a Duck Dynasty ending. You restate the main points, okay? And then you also offer an insight for the reader. I don't have time in every single mini lesson to reteach everything that you have been taught about essay structure or writing. So you need to make sure that you double check everything with your 6th grade checklist. It looks like this. You want to go back through and double check each chapter with this, not just looking at these 2 anchor charts today. You're thinking about everything as you're writing those chapters. Okay?